pretty amazing how little equipment you actually need to do a live stream. And I mean, you don't even need all of that equipment. I mean, there's a camera and a microphone built into basically every laptop. This is our setup, but you could do it with a phone. That's just crazy when you think about it. I mean, you ever think about the fact that, like, you're broadcasting an image of yourself, a moving image of yourself, with audio to, like, people that are in other countries? It's nuts. That's crazy. Sorry. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Monday. It's been a long day. This day in particular has been long, which might be why, I have, I guess, waxed poetic on weird things like, have you ever thought about the internet? And it's just because it's been such a long day. Mao and I have worked a ton doing a million different things. One of the things we had to do was Q&A, which was kind of easy to do because normally we do Q&As in this room, and normally there's a coffee table in the way, and we still don't have that put away. So the coffee table is still in that closet. So there was a really good spot for the camera to sit. But we really needed to do a Q&A, so we went ahead and did that. That'll be out on the channel in the very near future. It's actually the first Q&A that Dan's going to cut, just because we've had so much going on. I was like, I really need to be diverting my resources elsewhere, and I was like, hey Dan, you want to edit the Q&A? And he was like, yeah. So I'm Dropboxing files to him overnight, so he'll be able to do that. But in addition to doing all the stuff that we've had to do for today, I also had to set up some stuff for Twitch, because we've been doing these breakfast streams, which has been fine, but there is some setup required now that we're affiliate in order to do what Twitch calls alerts. And trust me, I'm learning a lot myself about how all of this works, because we're not familiar, honestly, with the platform. And when someone does a subscription or bits, etc., it's customary to have an alert, and the whole process of that is like super interesting to me in terms of just me being involved in video, because it's essentially video that you preset up that you don't actively have control over. Like, the audience has control over that. And you can go even further with it and have the audience interact with, like, video games and things like that. But what I'm talking about specifically is the idea that someone, subscribes to a Twitch channel, and that causes the output of the stream to change. It's such like a small thing, I know, but it's a very cool thing. It's a very cool idea. The idea that the audience can actively change what's going on visually. Certainly they can interact with the streamer, and you can have a back and forth, and so what someone has mentioned in chat, that might cause the streamer to talk about that or acknowledge that or whatever. But to actually affect graphically what's happening on screen is really neat. I don't know. I think it's really cool. I know this has been around for a long, long time, many, many years, but now that we're actually starting to get into it, and I have to choose, like, animated GIFs to represent certain things, it's interesting. I've also had to, like, kind of self-teach, exactly what it is I'm supposed to be doing. But, I spent a good deal of time on it tonight, and I think I got there, which is good. I'll have to ask all of you to be patient with me, because I'm coming from, a decade of YouTube and on-demand video, and moving to a live video space is different. And I want to clarify, when I say the word moving, that I simply mean breakfast stream. I know that some of our Twitch activities have caused some people to be excited, but then also be like, well, what is he doing? we're not like trying to change Stephen Vlog or Stephen Plays or anything like that into a live thing. We're just getting our feet wet with a service that has been there forever, that we've wanted to be involved with in some capacity forever, and are only just now getting a chance to actually do it. And I mentioned it in a vlog the other day, but we're trying to keep, I guess, everything in focus and all of our balls being juggled, and that's why we've approached it with just kind of a small footprint. And I continue to try and approach it with a small footprint, but also things like tonight, where it takes me quite a bit of time to set things up. It's largely a one-time setup. I'll be altering things on the stream, from time to time, but tonight was kind of a crash course on, how do I make this work? I've done a pretty good job of figuring some stuff out, up to this point, and certainly I have resources and friends, but I'm trying to figure out as much as I can on my own, and I've done pretty good. I've done pretty good. I'm happy. And every once in a while, I'll talk to someone and they'll throw out some information that I didn't know, and I'll be like, oh, okay, neat. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But I'm glad that I got everything set up for tomorrow. I'm excited to see how it goes. It is our first breakfast stream that we've had affiliate, so I assume that there will probably be some, subs or bits. And I'm hoping that I have all that alert stuff set up correctly. I believe I do. I'm under the assumption that I do. But I guess we'll find out, tomorrow. I'm also glad that I have it set up because I've spent a few days kind of focusing on Twitch and doing that extra stream to reach affiliate and setting some stuff up on the back end. Now that it's set, I want to get back to doing our, just twice a week 30-minute breakfast streams. That's my happy space. Gaming will come at some point in the future, but I am still doing so much other stuff around here and with the on-demand content for YouTube that I don't want to stretch myself too thin. I have a tendency to do that, and I'm just trying to keep everything, all my priorities in focus the best I can. So hopefully there won't be too many more late nights like this, but it was a late night tonight. That's all right, because in the morning I'll have coffee, and I'll probably feel a lot better. That is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the breakfast stream. It really is something that has meant a lot to me to do. I've had a lot of fun doing it. I am excited to do gaming stuff at some point in the future regularly, but for right now, breakfast twice a week is scratching that live itch that I wanted to scratch really well. So I'm going to build up slowly from there. As always, let's be back tomorrow, shall we?